Welcome to the party. It's your boy Mountain. We're back again for another day. We're doing some last Epoch today. Of course, that's something that a lot of people have been discussing, having fun with, etc., etc. Oh my gosh, what's up, Sephra? What's up? So how's it been going? So we're sitting here, we're just kind of running through, trying to get some stuff done. I'm trying to ensure my my success. We got to get this, we got to get ourselves the stuff we need to do to survive. So I got this one, which is unique drop rate. I'm gonna have to go this one real quick, see what we got. So I want some want to get going so I can get some experience. So Sucker Man has been, he's been working, trying to level up and everything like that, and he's joining the Void Knight team. I'm trying to show him how awesome a Void Knight is. He was sitting there and he was like, hey, he's been playing a lot of different builds. He wants to do one where he gets himself into monoliths. And I was like, well, let me show you how awesome a Void Knight is. A lot of people don't understand how awesome a Void Knight is. They still under the impression that Void Knight has issues. Anybody who believes Void Knight isn't awesome doesn't know the Void Knight. Nobody wants to join me as a warlock. Now, a warlock is an awesome build. You just gotta wait. You gotta wait, Sephra. You gotta wait. There's a bunch of builds I want to play. I just need to. I'm trying to go with builds I ain't got before and I ain't run before. Hey, well, hold up, Sephra. I thought Gankenstein was running a warlock for a while, wasn't he? So he's running with you.
I cannot do that.
So one of the things that Sucker Man was like, he did a Void Knight and he was having problems. He was like, why is Devouring Orb not doing any damage? And I was like, oh no, it does wonderful amounts of damage. You just gotta do what you gotta do. This is me just using mostly Devouring Orb to kind of decimate and kill everything. I think he wanted to start with minions, and then I thought he went warlock because he wanted to try RF, and the only build that actually does RF was the warlock.
cannot do that.
I don't know if he finished doing the warlock and he moved to something else, but
I cannot do that.
I could have sworn he was going that route because he wanted to do RF.
I cannot do that.
So if I was doing RF and I'd pop the warlock, but one of the things I would have to do is I'd have to do merchants, the merchant guild, because sorry to say, it's dependent upon that one piece of gear. And since it's dependent on that one piece of gear, I wouldn't want to be like held hostage in play style because I can't get that one piece of gear so I can do RF.
I cannot do that. 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 Yeah.
Of course, I'll take that ring and I'll take that belt.
Or die. I cannot do that.
Your thread is measured. The Weaver thread.
There we go.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Now there is a build configuration that I was actually thinking about doing, which I haven't done yet. So you see, I'm doing Warpath and everything like that, and I'm walking, and it's a walking, you know, kind of like a walking simulator. I kill things by walking and you know, destroying them that way. There is another configuration which I haven't had the chance to mess around with,
I cannot do that.
and I want to see if it works.
I cannot do that.
And that'll probably be next league. I'm not gonna do it this. Well, I could do it this league because you know they're gonna nerf Sentinel in a minute. They're about to nerf Sentinel because you know everybody's playing Sentinel, so they're gonna nerf Sentinel. And because they're gonna nerf Sentinel, we gotta, you know, we gotta defend the Sentinel. We gotta defend Sentinel.
I cannot do that. Stand down or die. I cannot do that. 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 I cannot do that.
I'll show you what I'm talking about when I say there's another configuration I want to try. I don't know how it's going to play, but it does seem like it'll be interesting
I cannot do that.
if I can get it to work.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. Stand down and die.
So one of the configuration that I'm really thinking about doing is I want to make sure I get that shield, because that's what I put that shield in there for a reason. And you know, y'all might not realize, but I put that shield in there for a reason. Oh, this is actually pretty good. Wraith Lord. Oh, this is awesome. Oh. Ah, that's a beautiful one. That's a beautiful one. I think I like this one. I think I like this. I think I like this ring. This ring will replace that ring. And that gives 4, 5, 5, 8. 4, 5, 5, 4. See, that spell damage increase for my my thing is just too beautiful. Just too beautiful. Oh, here's another ring. Ooh, this guy's increased. Ooh, just poison fire. No, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. What's going on? Hey, it goes good. It goes good, Spoon. It goes good. I'm just working this build. Trying to become all powerful. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make sure that like I said earlier, I'm trying to make sure Sucker Man has a good role model. Cause he was playing a Void Knight, and he was like, I don't understand. I'm not doing no devouring orb does no damage. I'm like, are you crazy? Devouring orb is the bomb. Look at this devouring orb. Oh, you see all that? That's just death from devouring orb. That ain't me doing nothing. That's just devouring orb just destroying stuff. And this is me playing it as a walking simulator. As I told him, there's certain things I have to do though against rare mobs, things like that. I gotta, if it's a rare mob, I have to spin up on it. I have to use my. I did tell him that there's going to be some other things that I probably could do, and that's what I was just talking to everybody else about. Was there's another configuration that I think would be really awesome to try with the Void Knight. So I want to try that probably this league before they nerf the Sentinel. They went through and they buffed the Sentinel, And when they buff the Sentinel, it is like what, 50% or 48% of the people are playing Sentinel right now. That's because Sentinel was always not the strongest. Now Sentinel's like, you should be playing Sentinel.
Your threat has been
I cannot do that.
Yeah, I'm doing Electrified Paladin. Yup. I mean, they cleaned up a lot of the problems that were, which I feel bad that they feel that the Sentinel now is out of whack, and it's probably one of the stronger masteries, but it was in a bad spot earlier. Well, not really a bad spot. It just was. To get it to work, you had to do special things like numlock configurations and all this other stuff just to kind of get it going.
Do that. I cannot do that.
So like right now, there's this
I cannot.
conglomeration of everybody going to the Sentinel. I mean, they even fixed the Forge Guard. I mean, you had a ascendancy that nobody played because it just was never, good. And now they're like, Now everybody's like, oh.
I cannot do that.
I've never gotten far into the end game because it gets boring, but I'm heading for 200 corruption for the first time ever and enjoying it now. How do I solve mana? Just get more regen. Multi-strike smites faster than I can regen. It seems. There's no mana leech here, right? Yes, there is no mana leech, but there are things that you can do for smite. You did go down the sacrifice life thing, right? So you went all 5 points into here to make your smite go hit harder, and then you went the 5 points into here to the health modification gets kind of pulled away, because this, what it does is it says, yeah, you could still go the electrify route, but you could still go the electrify route, go this route and grab all the electrify stuff, but you really still need to step down here, grab this 5 and this 5. And then if you have enough points, get the criticals. Get the critical configuration so you can get more criticals out of your smite. That is like how you control a lot of the mana burn that you're talking about for smite. That's how you handle it. It becomes basically off of life
I cannot do that.
a little bit, and then you got to figure out exactly how, then you can offset it a lot, and the mana regen will work.
I cannot do that. Stand down or die. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
So I burned through a lot of mana on this build as well. So just don't think that I don't burn through a lot of mana. This build burns through a lot of mana, even though I took a lot of the things to prevent myself from being susceptible to the mana drain. I still got, ooh, yes, that's what I was looking for, baby. I want that so bad. I actually want to just grab it, but I'm gonna go ahead and see. I'm gonna empower this. This is no, this is not the right one. This is the other one. I thought this was the, oh, okay, yeah. We can go ahead and empower it. So I thought this was the other one, the relic. But this is the amulet. It tricked me. It tricked me. It tricked me.
You will take my place. My research wasted.
Hold up a second. I caught up to you. Rip 2. You're only in the 20s now. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. I am so happy that you. What killed you? Actually, what killed you? That's more important than, hey, what killed you?
I cannot pass.
Mana courses through me. Out of mana. My brilliance is unequaled. I must break free.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 boom, boom. Hold up a second. Let me catch up with what he said. All right, boss on the boss on level 85 monolith. Though I was outside of it, of its one shot ring of death, I was wrong. You thought you were outside of it? Oh, that sucks. That sucks. I'm sorry, man. That's okay. That's okay. We'll get it back. We'll get it back. You'll get it back. We got this. We got this covered. I ain't gonna deny that means I can slow down on my leveling, because I was about, today was about to be just All about power leveling so I can go ahead and just catch up to you. Cause you're 85. Last time I saw you, and I was like, oh, I gotta catch up to him. He's only 85. If I do this right, I can catch up to him before he hits 100. Cause I know a couple of tips and tricks that I was gonna be like, okay, this is how I'm gonna win. Oh, I forgot to tell everybody or show everybody the configuration that I was talking about. We'll go. Let me get through this area, and when I get through this area, I'll show everybody what I was talking about.
I cannot do that.
So there, I'm using Warpath right now, right? So what I'm thinking
I cannot do that.
on my next iteration of the night, not this one, but on my next iteration,
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
so the next iteration is gonna be
I cannot do that. I cannot.
so this one's like a 3-button build, okay? Do you get a good experience for boss kills? Actually, not really. As far as I can tell, you don't. It's not like, oh, I have to make sure I do boss. You do the boss kills for one reason only: to get yourself into a new zone. After you get yourself into the new zone, it is all about farming the boss kills so that you can get yourself better gear, things that drop from them, because they don't necessarily, you won't necessarily find certain items like I gotta fight this guy multiple times, so that's why I farmed up so much of the zone, because when it's all said and done, this guy I gotta fight him like at least 4 or 5 times just to get the gloves. After I get the gloves, then I
cannot do that.
after I get the gloves that I need, that's nothing but extra time rot chance or duration, which makes things even better for the build that I'm running, because I'm running time rot. There's a lot of people that are running just devouring orb and just doing the damage from devouring orb, but I'm running a time rot series of this build.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Okay. All right, so okay, let me get if so, could use envy glyphs and run the same boss over and over without any other echoes. If you have a bunch of envy, that is envy glyphs. Oh, you talking about are you talking about the I don't have any envy glyphs. Okay, so let me get contains a unique body armor. I'll go ahead and get that in a second. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. So when you're going through and everything, these things right here, these things. If you after you beat the boss, envy glyphs, brick items to give crazy fast stability to your timeline. Oh, do I got any of that? I don't got any of those. I don't got none of those. They are greenish. Okay, I'll look for it, but you know, either way it goes. Back to what I was crafting a piece of junk, then envy, and you get so much echo juice. If you're talking about this one, I don't get that one for until I get another zone or more up. Yeah, okay. I don't get that for another zone up. So what I do is I usually, like right now I have stability of 500 or something, right? So that means I can run this at least 2 times, right? So what I need to do is I need to get the stability up on this enough that I can actually run this more than 2 or 3 times. And the reason why is because when I kill this guy, Black Sun, when I kill him, he's going to drop he has a 50% chance of dropping the gloves. Last time it took me 4 times. This time I don't know how long it'll take me, but I'm you know what I'm doing is I'm just building up so that I can, excuse me, so I can get the gloves. When I get the gloves, when I get those gloves, I'll be replacing this and putting those gloves on, which will give me a huge amount of DPS toward my time rot. And so I'm a time rot build, and that's exactly what I'm running. So this ring right here is a great ring to have. The question is, it's only got 35, so it's not gonna work real well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and remove a random. The random that we need to remove is the intelligence or this side. If we remove any one of these two, we throw it in the trash. All right, so we did okay. We did okay. So now what we have to do is add in something that's going to help us, which we're going to look for void damage or damage over time. Damage over time will be the one I'm going to go for. So damage over time, health. Oh, I clicked the wrong damage over time. Oh, that's a terrible thing when you screw up like that. No. 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 So I screwed that one up. I picked the wrong damage over time. There was a damage over time and an elemental damage over time, and they pop up at the. They pop up, and when they popped up, I clicked the wrong one. So what I was looking for, when I was like, okay, damage over time, and I was scrolling through, and I was like, okay, don't worry about it. We'll find the damage over time. And then when I went, I clicked, and I thought I was clicking this one, but I clicked elemental damage, and so. What happens now is the ring has elemental damage on it instead of damage over time, which nullifies this ring. This ring is useless now. It's useless to me. It was awesome because it had physical, 50% physical. With that 50% physical, the 82 health, the increased healing, and I would have had damage over time. That would have been almost a perfect ring. That would have been an almost perfect ring for me. I would have put it on and I would have been like happy, but instead of putting it on and being happy, I had to put it on. I had to put it to the side and cry. We had to cry because I screwed up. I screwed up so bad. That was a great ring. I don't want to shatter it, but I got to. I mean, my heart's broken on that one. This guy's fighting. No, just go ahead and shatter that one. So this is nothing but a DPS ring that I had earlier, and I replaced it with this because it's better. I just feel so bad that I screwed that one up so bad. Oh, I just can't believe I screwed it up that bad. That's okay. Let's get it going. So what I can do is I can try to do my black sun so that I can try to get my my gloves, because I really want to get my gloves. Let's try, because I mean I'm building up. I already got double, so I can at least try to run it a couple of times.
I cannot do that. Stand down or die.
What brings you here?
I cannot do that.
Safe travels.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Greetings.
I cannot do that. 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 cannot. Yes. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
There we go, and out we go. Well, Mountain, if you want to laugh, look at Last Epoch Tools planner. Hold for a second. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Why would I laugh at that? Wandering Spirits. You're running the Wandering Spirits build, which is awesome. I like the Wandering Spirits build. You need to find those uniques though. You need to find a couple of uniques to make your Wandering Spirit awesome. Why would you think I'm gonna laugh at your build? At your build?
I cannot do that.
Ah, you're not using it as the main. Okay, well, what are you? Oh, you using the which one? What are you using for the main?
I cannot do that.
Man, how much do I love chocolate milk? I love chocolate milk. Chocolate milk's okay. Chocolate milkshakes are better, but you know, chocolate milk is acceptable. What's going on, gang? How you doing?
I cannot do that.
How often do I drink it? Not often.
I cannot do that.
If we're being honest, I don't drink milk very often. I should.
I cannot do that.
Milk does the body good.
I cannot do that.
This dispute, if it changes anything, this world is already dead.
Okay, so what do I want? Nah, health? Yeah, that's the one I want. Chance to shred void resistance? No, I want the health. Health? Yeah, health. Select confirm. Confirm my selection. There we go. Confirm. And so what I get is this. Quell, tongue, 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 holy, ring, and not good, not good. Oh, hold up. I got some rings though. None of them really. So you asking about chocolate milk for what reason there, gang?
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. What brings you here?
My wife has been on me lately because I haven't made it. I got everything I need to make a milkshake. I haven't had it because they made a milkshake in a few days. She was like, I need to make milkshakes before the weekend, before Saturday's up. Because if not, she's gonna start taking my milkshake materials and using them. She gonna eat up all my ice cream. You're not supposed to eat up all your man's ice cream. That's just being mean, actually.
I cannot do that.
Extra health. He's talking crap about you, about you liking chocolate milk. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Tell him that real men drink chocolate milk. Chocolate milk. That's what you tell him. You tell him real men drink chocolate milk. If you don't, then hey, then you got problems. That's pretty much what you tell anybody. Anything that you don't, anything, just tell them, hey.
I cannot do that.
You remember back in the day that used to be the way to shut people up a long time ago? Back in the day, be like, well, if you're a real man, you would blah, blah, blah. Nowadays, you say stuff like that, boy, you get yourself in a whole bunch of trouble. We're gonna have to replace this weapon sooner or later. I need a
I cannot do that.
I need an awesome weapon.
I cannot do that.
So I dropped 2 prophecies.
Changes anything.
Gloves. Gloves. I got 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 gloves. So I got health 39. I got a 10 blessing here. Time to go up here and start doing this one right up here. Hold up, I think I got a prophecy for for the other place. Hold up a second. Shades of Oberos. Death, Blood Frost, Death timeline. So I got for here. That's okay. We're gonna go to the right. Do. I don't want no gold. Okay, so that'll work. Let's just get this out of the way. After we get this out of the way, we'll be rocking.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. Stand down or die. I cannot do that. 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 I cannot cannot do that.
So luckily, we'll see.
Do that.
We'll see if Sucker Man gets on tonight, so he can actually see the power of devouring orb.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. Stand down or die. I cannot do that.
Ring. Okay, so this is a ring that could be something. This is a ring. Ooh. It's a weak ring. So we're gonna play around with this ring just to do a random change. Get rid of elemental damage over time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. No, get rid of there we go. Terrible ring. Destroyed. So this is the awesome right here, but the one problem with it, and I'll just tell you, the one problem with it is we do not have Weaver's Will on it or anything. So I gotta wait until I can find an egg, and then when I find an egg, I gotta switch out gloves when I find an egg. I find an egg, I gotta switch out gloves.
Stand down or ha! I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. Stand down or die.
Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. Stand down or die. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. Stand down or die. I cannot do that.
Look at that, baby. Ooh wee.
I cannot do. Stand down or die. Ha! I cannot do that.
Oh, let's see what we got over here. We dropped something. There we go. So we are sitting here. We're gonna.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I can't stand down or die.
A ring. A ring. A ring. My kingdom for a ring.
Stand down or die. I cannot.
Whoa. So we've been sitting here just working through, trying to get where we need to go.
I cannot do that.
There we go.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. Stand down or die. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Prophecy completed. Hey. Woo. Where's that? Where's that guy in? There's a prophecy completed and there's some dude shooting at me. Oh, there you go. I was wondering where that dude was. All right, so I got Symbols of Hope is automatically activated when damage taken leaves you below endurance threshold, consuming 72% of mana cost. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Not good. Not good. It's all right. So that's just what we're seeing is we're seeing a.
I cannot do that.
The echo has been conquered. Isn't that just lovely?
Do that. Stand down or die. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Oh, da, da, da. More health. More health, more DPS, people. More health, more DPS.
Stand down or die. Stand down or die.
There we go.
I cannot do that.
We'll wait, we'll wait, we'll wait. Come on. Just in case that thing was gonna cause me all kind of problems, had to make sure I got both of those, right? All right. Oh, I keep forgetting to show y'all what I'm talking about. Oh man. Remind me next time we stop, or next time I get out of a monolith, to show y'all what I'm talking about with my next of what I can respec into and try with this with the void.
I cannot do that. 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 I cannot do that.
Okay, so let's get on back down here. Figure out what this is. Sucky, 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 and interesting. Oh, this might be good for my Spriggan. You cannot move while in Spriggan form. Oh no, hold up. You increase damage while in Spriggan form, but you can't move. I'll get it, but I don't think that's the one I want. I don't think I'll be using those boots. Not for my Spriggan babies. My Spriggan form is I'm making it into a particular type of form. All right, die from the rot. There you go. Oh, I got the dude. Okay, so in case y'all haven't seen this dude, I got a dude that fights with me. He comes in and he fights with me on inside the things. So I'll show you where you get him for the weavers. He's like
Do that.
he's like what's his name from PoE? You know how he comes in and he can sometimes help you. It gives, it's just a little extra damage. Well, he does defensive buffs and offensive attacks. So he's actually, you see this bubble on me? Oh, this is nice. I like that bubble.
I cannot do that.
Weaver has judged them.
Stand down or die.
So let's go ahead and go this way. I think I've already completed this one. I did. This is useless movement right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. Sort. Okay, so the things that I was talking about that I want to try. So if you remember, I've been using Devouring Orb, right? So Devouring Orb got its little thing. It's gonna I can do whatever I need to generate Devouring Orb. Well, one of the things that Devouring Orb does is these minimal abyssal orbs. So these abyssal orbs, they go out and they do things, but they don't cause void rifts. They won't do rifts. You can get some shredding, some stuff like that for it, but you don't get rifts, okay? But what you can do is you can get this power here and add this. Oh, no, that's not it. Where's this? Hold up. Am I in the wrong one? Or was it cleave? Ravaging Aura. Uh-oh. Am I missing something? I thought I had found it. Oh, no. I might be missing it. It's not this. It's one of the attacks. And what happens is you, maybe it's under here and I'm just not paying attention to what it is. Hold on for a second. It's not that, it's not that. So this is when you single cast Devouring Orb. That's perfectly fine. But there is something that I'm missing and I'm trying to find it. Give me 2 seconds. I thought there was a... I think this is it. I'm just trying to remember exact. Yeah. Okay. All right. So going with this and doing a no cooldown, Erasure Strike with no cooldown, and you're running your devouring orbs around you. And then what you do is you're sitting there and you're smacking causing you can either smack, cause rifts, and this right here. So your devouring orbs is going to go around you. It's going to give you, your devouring orbs is going to stack up time rot chance, and what you want to do is you want to get time rot on there as fast as possible, and then you use the Erasure Strike to constantly smack the enemy, and then when you're smacking the enemy with it, you're going to get 100% increased damage versus 12 stacks of time rot. So as long as you have the devouring orbs going on and you're sitting there moving, you can slam that and do it. There's also another thing that I was looking at, which is over here, which is, there was something with Void Cleave and echoes or time rot that I was looking at. Time rot stacks for next throwing plus one. If Void Cleave hits at least one, your next throwing attack inflicts enemies with time rot. So that wasn't it, but there is something with cleave that I was going to do or try to do. So one of the things that I was going to try to do was increase the attack, the void damage, and stack time rot with melee instead of stacking time rot the way that I am. And I was going to do that because I wanted to kind of I wanted to do that because I wanted to see if I could get like something to hit, cause a lot of time rot, stack the time rot as fast as possible, and then get out of there. So I'm partially doing that in my build right now with the warpath, but it's not exactly what I want. Now, if I was doing a casting of, so this is goes for Sucker Man if he's watching, or if he gets on and he watches the stream later. One thing that you can do when you're doing Divine Orb, you can cast it. If you cast it manually, you can get rid of this. You still want this. You want to get this. You want to get this, and you want to get that as much as possible. You want to go ahead and you want to do this one. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get as many orbs out as possible. And you're going to try to get as many orbs out as possible. You want to make sure you echo as much as possible too. So if there's anything that's going to cause more echo, you're going to want to get, because you want to get as many orbs out. And then when you hit something or you cast on a particular guy, all those orbs come together and they do and get consumed and does one big massive damage shot. That's what you're looking for when you're doing that. Now there was some things that I could do, which I didn't do this time. And this is one of those ones where it's like, this is something that you could do which could be beneficial as well, but it changes the way that everything works. So if you remember, when I walk around, I get my devouring orbs that kind of pop up and everything like that. And then there's when I hit creatures or I run through creatures, they kind of do it kind of does a rippling effect of void rifts, and it multiplies and it spreads to kill off those guys, right? That is what I chose to do this time, because I'm always on guys. I'm always circling those dudes, and so I wanted to do that instead of the other way, which is going and running divine orb in a way that it actually does, or devouring orb in a way that it actually goes this, and it throws out these abyssal orbs while it's doing it. Now, there is a good reason to do either or, okay? And that's the one thing you got to remember. There's a good reason to do either or. So, oh, the build goes great. The build's going great. I was just kind of discussing different ways of doing the build. There is so I want to do some different changes or some different things with my build, and try different things with my build. So one of the things that I wanted to try to do is I want to go with a racing strike. And so you see racing strike is more of a slam than it is anything else. But if you do a racing strike and you go and you grab and you get this no cooldown, you can actually slam more often. So if you go with a racing strike, you can either do like this, where you can just kind of go normal and then down, or you go this route. Now this is the best way to go, because if you get the no cooldown, it actually does really good. Now, one of the things that I've noticed in here is you can also go up and get the time rot configuration, and this bleed time rot chance equals time rot chance, and you get that 100% extra damage when doing erasure strike and things have time rot on them. So one of the things that I was sitting there talking is that if you make that change, you can do it two different ways. I'm doing it where I'm mostly my devouring orb circles me and it puts time rot on people that way. But you could also go this route where you're doing more casting, right? And you do more casting, and these abyssal orbs and devouring orbs go out and they shred void resistance. And so they'll shred void resistance, so that when you do get the chance to use the erasing strike or eraser strike, it does a massive amounts of damage. So I want to test it out, because I have always done either warpath like that. Now this is the funny thing. You can do two different things. So let me show y'all this little piece of gear that I found finally. Is this it? Nope, that's not it. It's the belt. Yeah, here's the belt. So with this belt, Orion's Descent. Using Volatile Reversal, Smite, instead of Devouring Orb, use Smite. You can cast a bunch of smites, and the smites will hit harder. And the reason why I say that is because when you do the Warpath version, which I took out of this version of the run, you can cast 100% of the time. You can cast each second. You can cast one smite, right? So every second you're casting one smite. If you go to smite, there's going to be a 36% chance that you're going to double cast it. And when you add the belt in, you get a total of six per. Where's the belt? Where's the belt? Where's the belt? I had the belt right there. You have a chance of maximum of 6 per 10 seconds. So in other words, you're going to be doing 1.6 attacks a second, which gives the chance for double strikes coming down every second. So you're going to be doing a lot more smite damage, and that's what you would do. And then you use Volatile Reversal to also enhance your damage. So that was one of the things that I saw, and I was like, "Oh, this is great! This is one of the most wonderfulest things that they've made for me." So if you do, but like I was saying, it's just adjusting and looking at my build, looking at the different things on my build. Just I like a lot of things that you can do. And I would like to test a lot of the different things that you can do. But finding the time to do it is going to be hard. It's going to be hard. Okay, let me see what I already did. I'm so far behind, going to have to do an all-nighter, I guess. That's right. You're going to have to do an all-nighter. If you want to catch up, you got to do an all-nighter, because I'm talking, actually, so I'm giving you time to catch up. I'm discussing things on how to do things, make things better, et cetera, et cetera. I also, let's just be honest, I also am about to go ahead and change over and show y'all my Spriggan, because it's getting better. The Spriggan build is getting better. And I will say that I have been enjoying the Spriggan build as well. To be exact, let me go ahead and pull that Spriggan up. Give Are We Dead Yet some time to catch up. Hey, Are We Dead Yet? Are you going to try to do dungeon skips? You got keys. I know you can. Ooh, I got another one of these. Let's see where I'm gonna put this. My Spriggan build is becoming real nice.
Impossible. Impossible. Impossible.
My Spriggan build is becoming awesome. Woo, look at that Spriggan build. Look at this Spriggan build, baby. Woo-wee. And I don't even have any of my good stuff on yet. I don't even have any of my good stuff on that's gonna make my Spriggan build even better. This is just me messing around with standard Spriggan run. I do got my Spriggan it's not this way. This is just a chest. I wouldn't know how to skip chapters. That's what I'm saying. I showed you how to skip chapters. I'll show you again. Ooh, I almost killed myself because I was looking at the screen. Nice, your first Aberoth kill. Okay, this is what you do. Are we dead yet? So, in every zone, there is this alternate leveling path. You have to pay attention to those. So, like if you're in Divine Era and you're starting off and everything. Oh no, not that. Ancient Era. Where's the? Let's say. Ancient Caverns. There. Nope, that's not it. Where is it then? Ruined Era. There you go. I think that's the first one. The first one is here. When you get to the Council of Chambers and you get over to the surface, that's the first alternate leveling path. As soon as you get to the surface, go up toward Lightless Arbor, complete this dungeon. As soon as you complete this dungeon, you'll jump out of the area and you'll go to the next zone. Or you'll be able to go to the next area. So it's how you skip chapters. You skip chapters in that's how you skip it. Okay? How many passive item slots did you skip? You can always go back for them. Okay, I gotta go back to town. Was that town? Oh, all right. Oh no, it's not town. That's what's the name? I gotta go back to town. So this here is my first piece right here. So I'm gonna put this on. Which now says, hey, my Spriggan form and my Spriggan go up +1. I get 2 rage gain per second per summoned vine. I get an 8% movement speed while I'm transformed. And I get 24 increased armor while transformed. And I get plus 60 mana. So this is actually a really nice little boost for me. I can go ahead and say, boom. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to put another point in here because I'm looking to go for here, which is an additional Spriggan. So when I transform into Spriggan form, I'm going to have 2 Spriggans with me. This guy I can go ahead and so I had him set up for Vine. So now now my Spriggan actually has the ability to do damage. What I mean by not say he does damage. What I mean is he's gonna do more damage. So as long as I have vines out, I actually won't lose rage. So as long as I'm constantly casting vines, that necklace is like crazy good. And so my vines also, or my sprigging build, my vines are gonna be poison, which is gonna be another another cool thing. Get that poison. So this, this, and this. Okay, I'm moving along. There we go. Look at that. I need to switch back over to my Void Knight. But this, at least you're getting an idea of how my Sprigging's gonna be running. Next one will be here. Armor equals ward gain. And then this is going to be the thing. So that's going to be nice. That's why Spriggan is so awesome. Oh, I can just do this. So that was my Spriggan. As you can see, Spriggan is awesome. Now back to Slaughter. That's gonna be back to Slaughter. Let's just go ahead and get there. Through the stuff in the back end here.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Oh, you died. Okay, so that's it. That's it. We're working it. We're working it. We got to keep that lead in front of are we dead yet? We got to keep that lead. Got to keep that lead. Can't let him catch up. He thinks he's good at this game. He's a newbie. He's a newbie at this game.
I cannot do that.
Promised by her design.
Worst thing about it is he was sitting there talking about doing an all-nighter to catch up, but I'm sitting there like, I'm like, I hope he doesn't, because I'm tired. I'm barely up right now.
Body tired. We are done. Yes.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Victory fit for my next sermon.
So
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
what? You go to bed. I know how I do tomorrow stream. All I can say is the following, man. I am tired. I did that maintenance, last night. Was it last night or this morning? Yeah, I did that maintenance this morning. Maybe got 3-4 hours sleep, max, maybe 3 hours sleep.
Cannot do that.
Then I got up, did my normal work day.
Do that.
I'm actually tired, so.
I cannot do that.
And so.
I cannot do that.
But I'm gonna stick it out for you guys. I.e., I'm sticking it out to stay ahead of Are We Dead Yet?
I cannot do that.
Oh, he didn't join me this time. That's terrible.
I cannot stand down
A ring, a ring. It's a ring. I didn't even see exactly what made that ring a good ring. All I saw was ring.
I cannot do that. I cannot.
You want to know what a good ring is? That a unique ring that I won't be able to get until I get all the way up until closer to the end game. Now that ring is a ring.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
There we go. Red ring, yeah. There's a red ring that's it's assassin something or other. It's really good for this build. I don't have it, and it won't be until later on when I start farming one of the other bosses that it's actually a good that I will be able to get it. The ring that just dropped, it's colored red, which means that it's not a tier 6 or higher, but it has multiple attributes I'm looking for. And since it has multiple attributes that I'm looking for, hey, it's a ring. It's not the one ring, but it's a ring. Okay, so if we look at the inventory and we look at the rings, this is the ring that dropped that was red. It has critical strike avoidance and elemental resistance. Okay, so those are two major things that I look for on my ring. I'm looking for those two major things on my ring automatically. Okay, and so now what I would do is I'd have to go in here and go like that, and then it's a what do I add to the ring on the prefix side. What do I add on the ring? Because I got two suffixes. What do I add on the ring's prefix that will help me? This automatically has vitality on it by 5, and I get a mana regen automatically because of what it is. It is a coral ring, and so that's plus 5 vitality plus whatever I throw on it. So if I throw damage over time on it, that's nothing but increase my damage. If I decide I'm gonna go ahead and do void damage that's nothing but damage toward it, toward me, or helping me out. So I could do multiple different things to you linked me a ring. Hold up a second. Red ring of Alta. Oh yeah. That's actually a nice ring, dude. 5 attributes, 19 to all resistances. You get health regen, mana regen, dodge rating, and if you got 180 total attributes, you take 10% less damage taken. That, yeah, dude, yeah. When you said red ring, I thought you were talking about because my ring dropped as red. I didn't even think about the red ring of Altera. Also got the second rarest drop. Which one's that one? Omnis? Oh, okay. Oh, dude, I dislike you right now. I dislike you right now. That's so mean. That is so mean. That is so mean. You are such an evil person. Such an evil person. I like you though. I like you, but you're evil. I want you to know you're evil. So this is why you don't like, this is why you don't have friends in games. Yeah, it's got 1 legendary potential on it. I saw it. This is why you don't have friends in games, because they get all the good stuff and you don't get nothing. You don't get nothing. And of course, since they're your friends, they're sitting there and they think that they're being nice because they're like, look at the cool thing I got. It's so sad. No, actually, that's pretty good, dude. Oh wow, that's awesome. Actually, that's awesome. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're looking at this, replacing this ring, right? And if we replace that ring, we're gonna have to at least make sure we have enough. We got to make sure we have enough to handle a change. The critical strike avoidance is a must. Ah, that sucks. 4958. Let's keep that exalted ring because that's a beautiful ring. Beautiful ring. But that critical strike avoidance is a good thing, because what happens is on your defensive wise, critical strike avoidance, I only got 20%. You want to get that as high as possible. So that's one of those ones that's like, yeah, don't forget, you got to get that higher. Got to do that shatter thing. Shatter. 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 What sucks about this one is it only has 36. It only has 36. And if we do got rid of mana, got rid of the one that's not good, we can add void damage to it. Not enough. Just seal it since it's T1. Really high chance to land it. Yeah, I've been just messing around, just pulling off items off of it, off of them, and it's been pretty good.
Do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Really, what I should do is I should start sealing some of the ones that I want to keep. Taste of blood. And this one is Isaacs Bones. 73% chance to apply armor shred on hit from you and your minions. Increase shed effect on you and your minions. For you and your minions. 100% chance to summon Isaac's flesh when you hit. When hit leaves you below half health. I like that. Sealing a mod you want is so frustrating. The chance becomes so low after T. Yes. Yes. Only time I do is like if it's a T4 or something like that, and I'll sit there and I'll be like, okay, time for me to try to seal this, because you can seal all the way up to T5, but you try it and it's like, okay, didn't work, and then you just go on. But I usually do a get rid of, see if, and then after I get rid of, I don't try to seal anything very low because just no one's not gonna work. What you want, you can't seal. What you don't want, you can get sealed. Woo.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. Stand down, die. I cannot do that. Do that. I cannot do that.
Give me a second. I'll look at what you're saying in just a second. I see that somebody's talking.
Do that. Stand down or die.
Hold up for a second. CLT1 set mods will still get you the bonus you need to ramp them up. Yeah, that's true. That's true. My thought is I always feel that I'm wasting them, even though I'm not. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I'm not wasting it, but it feels like it. So where is it? Yeah, I threw them all out so far. Let's say, let's go here. Let's go here. See, this is why I always have a problem. See, I got 22 of these, right? I got hundreds of other things. I got 22 of these. Yes, a Weaver Wheel 20 is a good thing. What are you, crazy? Reaver's Wheel 20 is a great thing. Okay, let's put it like this. Okay, so when you have Weaver's Wheel, okay, on an item, the higher the number, the higher the chances of you getting things like this. Okay, so the higher the number is, it keeps on adding things. Every time Weaver Wheel touches the item, possibility of a stat a mod getting added to it, and possibility of that mod increasing while it's added to it, you know? And so that's why Weaver Wheel 20 is good, because that means there's a lot of times that it can roll to try to get it. Yes. That's why when you said 20, I was like, yeah, that's crazy good. It's crazy good. Okay, I'll think of a Weaver's Wheel 20 as you getting a tier 6 drop. Something with tier 6 on it or higher. That's how I would look at it. Yeah. Well, really, it's better than having a T6 drop. It's more like having a T7 drop. But you should be excited when you see 20. Let's put it like that. That's the best way. Yes, you should feel excited. You put a pic in Discord. All right, let me check it out. All right, guys. So y'all want to see the Weaver Wheel 20 thing he got? Let me swing this over to. There you go. That's what he got. He got a cradle of erased with a 20 on it. Yeah, that's true. It will get it will go. You will get to that point. That's but early on, let's just be early on. It's like it's a T7. You know what I mean? After you go Circle of Fortune for, it's like, yeah. I should have got a more duration. All right. But double T6 isn't better, yeah. Because when you let's just be honest. When I start looking, I'm at that point almost where it's gonna be T7 drop, T7 drop, T7 drop. Well, you probably are all the way already finished up here. Either you're here at 11 or you at 12. You are either an 11 or a 12. Because you said you getting all those drops regular, you got to be 11 or 12. That's just what I think. Yeah. Oh, hey, Serling. I might not play this game a lot when I live, because you know but I definitely do remember a lot about when you get up to that level. You get up to that level, and it's like I'm looking for, if it ain't got 2 T6 drops on it, don't even show it to me. Don't even show it to me. Somebody was sitting there and somebody had looked at my filter one time, and my filter says hide exalted drops at level 80. And they were like, well, why are you hiding exalted drops at level 80? So, and I told them, I said, if you're doing Circle of Fortune, you're gonna have so many exalted drops. You don't want, you know, when you start to get up to that level, it's like, okay, well, I need you to show me, you know, doubles. Show me the things that have 2, 3, you know, 2 or 3, you know, two things that are at the level of an exalted. Don't show me the small stuff, because you got way too much stuff hitting the ground. It's almost like not having a filter.
I cannot do that. Stand down or die.
And then somebody asked me a strange question too, which is, why do you always join at the beginning, join to the Circle of Fortune as soon as you come in? I was like, well, the reason why is because you have a high chance of getting item drops.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
What am I supposed to be doing in this thing anyway? Oh, I've already completed it. I wasn't even paying attention. I was just chatting away. More hit points, more hit points. Circle of Fortune does feel good. But I will be honest. If you are planning on doing a build and the build is dependent on a rare a unique item that is one of the farmable items, you don't want to do Circle of Fortune. I'm just gonna be honest. You do Merchant's Guild, you buy what you need so you can play that character. Like if you were trying to get the red ring of the red ring, you were doing and you had to have the red ring for it to operate. I would say do merchant. That way you can try to purchase it.
I cannot do that.
Which always threw me off when I saw people selling those things.
I cannot do that. I cannot. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
There we go. Come on. That's what I'm looking for. Echo complete. There we go. There we go. That tells us where we need to go. So ooh, what's this one? Timeline web reset. Ooh, yeah. Have I done an unclaimed trove yet? No, I don't think so. I'm not sure. I had to check. I did one where I got really good items out of it, but I don't think it was an unclaimed trove. I think it was something else.
Do that. I cannot do that.
Circle of Fortune, gang consign. Circle of Fortune. It's what I showed you the other day with the prophecies. How you farm good stuff and get good stuff to drop. That's what Circle of COF is. Like he said, COF it's just so good, so good. So in it's like the last act of the game. You have the option to choose two out of two things. One's called Circle of Fortune, the other one's called Merchant Guild. Merchant Guild gives you access to the auction house, and you can just buy things for gold or for whatever. Inside of COF, what it does is it actually enhances your drop rates. What you're gonna find, you know, as well as you can target farm certain things by getting prophecies and completing these prophecies. You get a high drop rate of certain things. So, hey, Genghis-Stein, let me know when you got it. I'm about to. I can show you real quick the differences between. I want to make sure you get the good info, because I just finished this, so hopefully you're going to be able to see the screen, and I can show you. Without me having to die, what Circle of the Fortune is about.
This shall be yours as well. Freed. Freedom. Death. Finally.
I already changed my guy over to search COF. Okay. And do you have any questions on prophecies and buying lenses and stuff like that, or do you got that under control? No clue? I'll help you. That's not a problem. I will help you. Oh no, it is passive in certain aspects. Okay, so it is passive. Okay, so rank a reputation. So all of the things that you get from ranking up is passive. Okay, so at rank 1, enemies have a 35% chance of dropping twice as many items. That's passive, just happens. Upgrade runes and 45. You get upgraded runes of ascendancy. Idle drop chance, your full set drop chance happens at 4. So if you were looking for a green set, from that point on, when you get to 4, it's gonna drop the full set. Doesn't matter. These are all passives, okay? Where it becomes as prophecies are not passive, okay? And what that means is you have to go to the observatory, and I'm gonna take myself to the observatory real quick to show you what you do at the observatory. Okay, so I have all these passives that are already in, or all these prophecies that are already in place, right? Now, when you go talk to this guy, and
On my way to amend a record.
you can gamble away to get items, and they might be there might be something, but they might not be. But you can also do these things, which is called regional lenses. And what that does is you can say, hey, I want to try to get X, Y, or Z. So I'm looking for a ring. So I have 15% increased chance per rank to find ring prophecies. So you want a unique scepter. So you want the scepter. So what you're going to do is you would go, you would take this. If you have it, you would take this grab that lens, and then you would take that lens, and when you go up here to go oh yeah, just so you know, south is going to be accessories, east is going to be weapons, north is going to be armor, and west is going to be idols. So if you pick this lens up, when you go east, west, north, you can change from in here. You put the scepter thing here, right? And then while you're in there, what you do is, so look, I'm looking for rings, okay? And since I'm looking for rings, I said I want rings. I don't want dungeons. I don't want dungeons to pop up because I don't want to go to dungeons. Now, when I unlock this at rank 9, so these unlock at certain ranks. When I undo this at rank 9, I will be getting rid of arena. That way I can be like, I don't want dungeons, I don't want arena, I just want either ring. I buy whatever lens piece I want and go in, and then I start doing things like this. Okay, so this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work. So this one says I got to do the Sanctum of the Architect, and if I do the Sanctum of the Architect 3 times, I get I'll get a 3 exalted rings to drop, right? You can do this as well, which this will kind of show you what you want to look for. So I re-roll, it makes it faster. So I'm looking for unique rings. So that's corruption 100. That's nope. So I could also look at exalted stuff. So this one, here you go. So this one is the Chamber of Vessels. If I want to go, I could buy it for 1,000, whatever. It goes into my inventory, and I have to beat Majasa. If I beat Majasa, she will drop 3 unique rings. And so this is no condition. It's going to drop exalted ring. No condition. Just got to defeat exiled mages. It'll drop. It drops hold up. This will drop exalted rings. This says defeat a defeat deaths of rare enemy. I can get unique rings. I want this one over the other one. And you just roll these and grab as many as you can of ones that you can do. You want ones that you are going to be able to execute. And you buy those. And then while you're playing and whatever, like this one has no condition, I just got to beat those siege golems. Those golems, you remember those big guys that have the one shot that has the big old giant area? If I kill those, I have a chance of getting unique rings. Yes, they can be used in this one can be used inside of the campaign. There was a one just a while ago that said something that was also a campaign one. It actually was beat Majasa, which is the end game boss in normal. So there are ones that you can do like this one. So as long as I kill a boss, doesn't matter where, in campaign, doesn't matter where, there's no condition on it. If I beat a boss, I have 9 exalted rings drop. If I do this one, I have to beat the timeline boss. If I do this one, although it's arena, condition. So right here, if I grab this one, that's great for me because it's just like, hey, I just kill stuff. and you just kind of do these things, looking for, you can look for, I look for things that have no condition and or what I'm looking for. So this, that just means I just play normally. This says, hey, death for rares and everything like that in a monolith. I'll take it because I'm doing monoliths. This. And so I do that until I almost run out of my, yeah, so now what I'll do this until I run out of my, almost run out of my, my stuff. Just all I'm doing is finding the stuff that makes it easier for me to get what I want. See, death of a boss. I'll take that one. Now, one of the things that you should do, don't do like I do, because I just grab. Which means that I could pass up something good on one of the other ones because I don't look at it. So this is Death of Shade of Oberos. But guess what? I could just do that. I could just grab it because it's in a monolith, right? See, like I just grabbed that and didn't even look at the other ones. It was just like, hey, defeat scorpions. I can do that. So what I'm looking, and the reason why I'm doing these, and I'll explain the reason why I'm just doing rings, is I have a ring slot I want to fill. That is the reason why I'm doing it, is because I have a ring slot that I want, and there is an exalted ring I want, or there's a unique ring I want, and then the other one's going to be an exalted ring. So I'm just trying to fill up my ring slots, get those taken care of. Then I don't have to worry about rings anymore, and I can go target other things like, oh, I want to target oh, let me get out of here. So I have all these new prophecies, right? If I go here, all the prophecies are there. So when I go defeat a boss now, you'll be like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of stuff that dropped. Most of them won't even be good because if they're not going to be usable, because they're just not going to be usable for my character. But I have a high probability of it being usable for my character. That's the key. That's the key to it. Oh, I got to go back to end of time. Well, I could do that too. I got to drop what you want to call them things. I got to drop my my stuff. There's a whole bunch of uniques that are sitting in my thing, and I got to get rid of them. So that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. 9, there we go. So this has Weaver Wheel 15. Font of thing. Rot Mind. Or this got some legendary potential. Well, legendary potential. Weaver's Will 7. That's okay. Not great. So those are all item pieces that kind of just they were going to drop. These are rings that could possibly be good for me. And this is So it's got elemental resistance and health, right? What I could, like, I could do what, what's his name was saying, and I'll show you what he's talking about. I could try to seal this one. That way I can guarantee or possibility of sealing it. Nope, no seal. So that's maxed out. This minion damage one is the one I really wanted to get rid of, but oh, got rid of wrong thing. All right. Shadow. So I go to the next one. This ring, oh, that's a shadow. This is a good one. This is a good one. I want to get rid of this though. I want to get rid of this one. So what I could do is do this. Do this. I sealed it. Then what I can do is oh, terrible ring. Shatter it.
May the weaver's threads grace you, traveler. How may I assist you?
Nah, you can buy. Now these are awesome. If you can do forges, forges are awesome. Buy forges if you can. Those things are great. And the reason why forges are great is you get to break down set items. You get to break down set items with forges. And so you break down the set item and then you can use set bonuses on other items. So you can make your own, you know, chess piece and it'd be way better than the chess piece that they gave you and put the set bonus on it. There's lots of cool things like that. That's just one of those things that you got to kind of be aware of. I love forges. To be exact, I don't think I could have bought them before, but I can buy them now, which is a good thing. So
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. Stand down or die.
There you go. See that? That was a prophecy drop, right? So the prophecy drop said I'm gonna get rings. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I was able to get 14 unique rings. They probably aren't the ones I want, but I got them. So circle, scrum, blah, blah, blah. These are all weak. Oh, this was good. You remember we were talking about level 20s? Weaver's Wheels. I got a level 20 Weaver Wheel. I got a bunch of legendary potential ones. But the one that's probably the best drop on this for me is gonna be this Weaver Wheel, most likely. Yes, Gankenstein. I look too comfortable, so you decided you're gonna drop the pipe on me. Okay. That's an acceptable situation. I'm not gonna fault you. Hey, Larry Bird, thank you for the follow, man. Now, I got a question. Larry Bird, are you now? This might be show my age. Are you a actual Larry Bird fan, or are you you just like like the name? I'm a big fan. Okay, all right. You know, there was somebody who was talking. I was talking to somebody. They didn't even know who Larry Bird was. I was like, what? They didn't know about Larry Bird. They didn't know about Magic Johnson. I was like, where? It was a young person though, so that's why I was sitting there when I saw the name. I was like, hold up, this person might actually be somebody who might have seen a game or two with Larry Bird. I'm not gonna say old, because you might not be old. You just might be somebody who saw a few of the games, you know? I'm not gonna call you old, because you might be young and just was like, hey. But that's really awesome that you're a big fan. That you're a fan. I like that. I like that. Give me back that ring. Put this there and then just do these just to get them in the nice pretty spot, and then pull that back out. You got to go here because I want, Am I new to LE? No, I've played LE for a while. I just haven't streamed LE as much. Okay, since I play Path of Exile a lot, and the reason why I play it a lot, I think I play Path of Exile more often, is because of the individuals that watch my stream mostly are Path of Exile 1. I play Path of Exile 2. I do. I liked Path of Exile 2 0.1 patch. When they came out with 0.2, it went straight downhill. And I was like, I really, really have problems with that, you know. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they're evil people, but they're going Dark Souls on me, and I'm not a Dark Souls person. I don't want to struggle too much. I don't mind playing and struggling a little bit. But what they doing is way past. I'm doing this to give them a little difficulty. Right. Yeah. That's pretty much where it is. Well, see, out of 0.1, what they heard was, and I was even one of those individuals that probably gave them the wrong message. I enjoyed 0.1 because it was difficult to get through the campaign. I enjoyed it, but I felt that I could get through the campaign. I felt that I could get through the campaign with more than one type, you know, without having to be meta. Okay? Without having to be meta, I could get through the campaign. And so, yes, it was me. And I was like, I enjoyed the difficulty. And you know, maybe one of the devs saw one of my VODs and heard me say it. Because the next thing they did was they doubled down. They were like, well, Malintin said he liked it, you know, let's go all in. Let's make it so it's extremely difficult, and they'll love it even more. And so what had me laughing was there was an interview, right? There was an interview that he done, and I forgot who was the interview with, or who put the interview on. But he was sitting there and he was like, well, you know, the players are complaining, and they were talking about the players complaining and stuff like that. And his statement was about it being so difficult and people having problems and stuff like that. He said, yeah, people are complaining, but they're still playing though. And I was like, oh, heck no. He's taking the wrong, we are giving him the wrong doggone idea. We giving him the wrong idea. Cause he was like, well, people are still playing, even though they want to complain about it being too difficult and stuff like that. We still got good numbers, so we must be doing something right. No. I'll just go to LE. Let me see what he did. Oh, he did yet says. I was wondering who the one person was that enjoyed the Slogfest. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Oh, hey, I did enjoy. Oh, I did enjoy the first patch. When they first released it, it didn't feel so bad. I could play my character the way I wanted to play it. It was a little bit difficult to get through some of the bosses, and everything like that, but I still felt that I could get through it. Okay? Now, after that, let's fast forward to patch 0.2. it felt that I could not get through the bosses. Now, I've already done the bosses before. I know the mechanics on the bosses. It's not like I don't know the mechanic. It's not like, oh, the mechanics changed and because the mechanics changed, it's gonna take, I gotta relearn this thing. No, it wasn't even that. It was just a situation of, it was just so difficult. It was just so difficult that it was like, yeah, why, what are we doing? What are we trying to do? What are we trying to achieve? That's pretty much what it came down to. It was like, okay, guys, what are y'all trying to achieve? Because whatever you're trying to achieve, it ain't, this new patch that you put out, it ain't doing it. It ain't making it.
Stand down or die. I cannot.
Woo! Let's see what we got here. Yep, looks like I'm gonna have to stop and smell the roses, smell the coffee, whatever you want to call it. So, but what I'm getting from Path of Exile 2 at this time, and I'm getting from the developers at this time, is that Path of Exile is going to go down the path of, I want to be more like no Rest for the Wicked. I'm gonna be more like a Dark Soul and just make it really, really difficult. And unless you play a meta build, you shouldn't even be playing, because the meta builds will be the only ones that can really get through the campaign and do the things that you want to do. So for me, like, we already know that I usually don't play meta builds. I play builds that I feel like are fun. Yeah, they might not be super, but hey, they were fun to play, right? For me. Yeah, but when I heard him say, "Hey," you know, when I heard him say, "Hey, well, we must be doing something right. Everybody's still playing." That actually told me, yeah, you don't realize you got a lot of people playing because of brand loyalty.
Stand down or die.
So you got people playing your game. Oh, I can't do that. I gotta sell all my stuff. That's 16 versus 14. So let's go ahead and put the 16 in.
I cannot do that.
Prophecy drop.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
There we go.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
There we go. Uh, uh, uh. Let's go ahead and just knock this one out.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Hello.
There we go. There we go. Let's get out of there. All right, this might be the one that's gonna get us a bunch of stuff. We got giant crabs in this one, and we gotta be able to kill, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them, right?
Cannot do that.
There we go.
I cannot do that.
All right, there we go. Next. Next.
Stand down or die. I cannot do that.
Okay, nothing on that one. So we're doing a pretty good job here. We're knocking it out. We're knocking it out.
Stand down or die.
There we go.
I cannot do that.
Wow.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
All right. Next time I do this, I know where I gotta go.
I cannot do that.
I gotta go all the way across the map this time. But next time I'll circle and come back to this side across the top and then go and then that way I won't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Echo conquered. Now for the hard one.
An ocean above, an abyss below. You are in. Come! Entertain me. Is that the best you can do?
Stand down or die. You are starting to bore me. My waves will break you.
Woo! What do I got here? I got 50 mana blessing, lightning damage, and plus 17 ward a second. The The mana ain't gonna help me. That water second, even though it's a little bit, it's a ward. Now I got a ton of rings over here. Most of them are not gonna be worth anything. So that's not worth anything. Not worth anything. Not worth anything. Not worth anything. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. All of these rings, we dropped a ton of them. And as you can see, every last one of them sucked when it comes to me, when it comes to what I need. Now this is... an interesting shield, but yeah. So that takes care of this section. And I can go ahead and go up and across again. Come on, come on. So if you notice, I'm in the Reign of Dragons now. Reign of Dragons. And so what I gotta do is I gotta complete Reign of Dragons. Then I can get to this one, that one, and that, and then I can come back down and grab the other ones. But we are definitely going down the right path.
Do that. Stand down or die. Do that.
Hey, look at that. Good relic, good relic.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
That's the invoker set.
I cannot do that.
Shred physical resistance. I don't have any physical resistance. That's why it's terrible.
I cannot do that.
There we go.
I cannot do that.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
I cannot do that.
Woo. That's how we do. Okay, guys. It's time for me to get off. Oh, sorry about it. All we did yet. I can't do it all later. I'm just too tired. But I hope this has helped you in your quest for ultimate power. Talk to you guys later. I will be back tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Yeah, now's your chance to catch up. 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. We'll be back to keep running up the levels against Are We Dead Yet? And make sure Are We Dead Yet can't catch us. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. See you tomorrow. Hey, thanks for the follow, Larry. I hope to see you again.